Fresh footage of Erika Kirk and Cabot Phillips is now spreading across the internet, and people say it confirms suspicions that have been floating around for a while. The clip has viewers buzzing everywhere because the timing and the body language look far too close to ignore. Folks analyzing the video are starting to whisper that something questionable might have been happening behind the scenes. Sources claim Erika was quietly moving in secret with Kat while Charlie Kirk had no idea what was going on at the time. And here's the twist people keep bringing up. Kat is the same pizza tattoo guy Erika chose to step in during tour appearances only days after Charlie's tragic passing. That move alone had supporters and critics raising eyebrows instantly. People already knew Erika and Kat had some kind of history together, but the story runs deeper than many expected. Erika once said she hadn't dated anyone for 5 years before meeting Charlie, yet the receipts floating around online tell a completely different story. There are photos from painting dates, comments from mutual friends, and even clips showing Cabot hanging out with Erika's mom. When all those details get lined up side by side, the picture starts looking harder and harder to dismiss. And that's where the situation becomes even wilder.
Send him the picture of Cabot Phillips, and he says, yes, that's the person I remember being at the base.
Old records and archived posts suggest Erika and Kat were still seeing each other during 2017, which adds another twist to the timeline people are studying. Then comes the confusing part. In 2018, when Erika met Charlie, the claim was that she didn't even know who he was. That detail has people scratching their heads because back in September 2017, Kat was literally playing basketball with Charlie during the same time period. And that was the exact same month Erika and Kat were spotted going out together on that painting date. Now viewers online are connecting every dot they can find. Many believe Cabot may have been a much bigger figure in this entire story than anyone first realized. One witness even stated, yes, that's the person I remember being at the base. Adding another layer, old Turning Point USA footage from a 2016 winter retreat in West Palm Beach has resurfaced online, and people are examining every second of it closely. In that clip, Charlie stands on stage introducing the speaker lineup for the event, and one of the names he proudly announces is Kat Phillips, who then steps up to give a speech about big government. We're here in West Palm Beach. We have 550 student leaders from 47 states all across the country fired up, ready to go, ready to get training, ready to learn how to grow their chapter. We couldn't be more excited to kick off this conference. Then the speech shifts into the topic, big government. At first glance, this moment looks like a normal conference highlight, the kind of clip seen at leadership events all the time. But the timing of that footage is exactly what has people raising serious questions right now. The video comes from 2016, yet the public timeline says Charlie Kirk did not meet Erika until 2018. That twist alone has viewers paying much closer attention to the timeline, because around that same period, Erika and Kat were already connected according to posts and comments people have been digging up across social media. When those details get lined up, many observers start wondering how these different circles may have been crossing paths long before anyone realized. The receipts people keep sharing make the situation look even more complicated. Shortly after that conference event, Erika's cousin Nicole Rothstein posted a meme on Instagram showing a dog with the caption, "Erika Fran's face when she walks into dinner expecting to see her wife, and Cabot Phillips is there instead."
To mention Mr. Cabot put, "Pizza talk is the new pillow talk. Let's go through some of the books you have on your shelf, shall we? In the Name of the Children. An FBI agent's relentless pursuit of the nation's worst predators." So you know what pizza means, Cabot.
Did Charlie know that Cabot Phillips was Erika's ex-boyfriend when he was playing him one-on-one, and he posted the picture that he won and he never gets tired of winning? Because tell me why Cabot is now an editor at the Daily Wire with Ben Shapiro.
It also turns out that Cabot Phillips, from September 4th all the way through to September 10th until September 11th, took a vacation, and he wasn't.
That caption alone sparked a wave of speculation across multiple platforms. Viewers quickly started asking the same question everywhere. Who exactly was Nicole referring to when she said Erika's wife? That single line has pushed the timeline debate even further. And the timeline might stretch back even earlier than most expected. Back in 2013, when Erika was living and working in China, a chapter that still surprises many followers, Kat commented on one of her posts saying, "Sick editing skills, love the word art." That interaction has now resurfaced, adding another early connection people are studying carefully. At the same time, Charlie appeared to treat Cabot as a trusted figure, regularly bringing him to Turning Point USA events and putting him in front of hundreds of student leaders on stage. Now, viewers are looking back at those appearances and wondering how early these relationships really started forming. Another detail from the timeline is also raising eyebrows. Kat was reportedly dating the same woman Charlie would later marry, a twist that has viewers asking a major question. Did Charlie know his future wife had previously been involved with one of his own speakers, or were people around him aware of something he never knew? The situation starts looking even stranger when placed next to the public story people were told, because while Erika was presenting a polished TRD wife image online and saying she had not dated anyone for 5 years before meeting Charlie, the online receipts appear to point in another direction. Old posts, comments, and photos keep resurfacing, and they suggest there may have been more happening behind the scenes.
The ticket line was a guy who looked very familiar. I had no idea who he was. And I told my mom, this guy looks so familiar. And as a typical mother, she said, go and say hi. Now, we were late for our flight, and I'm not going to come off like a crazy person that's just weird. That ended up being Charlie. Nothing is by coincidence. Now, did we know that? No, not until we were like 3 months into our relationship and looking at timestamps, seeing that both of us were in Israel at the same time.
Kat himself once described the two of them in a comment as that couple who gets painting lessons together. That comment was posted in September 2017. And here is the wild part. That same month, Kat was also reportedly seen playing basketball with Charlie. That overlap in the timeline has people talking nonstop and studying every detail closely. Fast forward several years to September 24th, 2025, just 2 weeks after the tragic incident involving Charlie Kirk, and Kat shared an old photo of himself and Charlie standing on a basketball court together. Alongside the image, he wrote, "Tonight, I'll speak at my first TPUSA campus event since Charlie's tragic incident. It's only fitting. I woke up to this Facebook memory from 8 years ago today. Seems he wanted to remind me one more time that he beat me." But viewers quickly noticed another small detail hidden in that picture. The jersey Kat was wearing on the court said Brigham Young, referencing the second president of the Mormon Church and the first governor of the Utah Territory. That tiny detail suddenly sparked even more conversation across social media platforms. People online didn't stop at the timeline either. They zoomed in on every detail of that photo, like investigators. One of the first things drawing attention was that Brigham Young jersey. To some viewers, it looked like a random choice, but others started digging into the historical background and symbolism connected to it. Suddenly, that old basketball photo was being analyzed from every possible angle. What really fueled the conversation, however, was the timing of Kat sharing that memory. It appeared only 2 weeks after Charlie's tragic passing, which made many followers pause and question why that specific moment from 8 years earlier was chosen to be highlighted right then. For many people watching the story unfold online, it felt like another unusual piece being added to an already confusing puzzle. Meanwhile, the older connections between Erika, Kat, and Charlie keep resurfacing again and again. Every newly discovered clip, comment, or photograph seems to add another layer to the timeline people are trying to piece together. That explanation alone has left many viewers scratching their heads because when the timeline is placed side by side, the circles surrounding these three individuals appear surprisingly close. Now fast forward to the present day, and the situation appears even more unusual. Charlie is gone. Erika has stepped into the role of CEO at Turning Point USA. Meanwhile, Kat, the person reportedly connected to Erika before Charlie, has stepped into the spotlight leading the How to Lead Like Charlie campus tours. That decision alone has sparked strong reactions online. Think about the optics for a moment. Erika's former boyfriend now walking onto college campuses, filling a space that once belonged to Charlie. For many supporters of Charlie, that move feels uncomfortable and confusing. Some observers even describe the situation as disrespectful to Charlie's memory. Others point to moments such as the selfie tent at AmFest and say it only adds to the growing feeling that something about the situation doesn't sit right. Then the story becomes even more complicated. Some insiders have begun claiming Erika and Kat may have never fully stopped seeing each other. These claims remain unproven, but they continue circulating widely online. There are also rumors suggesting Charlie may have discovered possible relationship issues and began making changes to his will before his passing. A few voices online take speculation even further, claiming the marriage itself may have been influenced by powerful figures operating behind the scenes within Turning Point. Those claims remain unverified rumors, but they show just how intense the public conversation surrounding the situation has become. Now, when viewers examine Cabot Phillips rising within conservative media circles, that family connection immediately stands out. Having a father who spent years building influence across major political networks naturally raises questions about how certain opportunities might appear along the way. Some observers believe Kat still had to develop his own voice and build his own audience over time. Others argue it is nearly impossible to separate his career from the powerful network surrounding his family name. That debate has only added more fuel to the growing online conversation, where people continue trying to connect every piece of this complicated story together. Then attention shifts to what happened during the 2014 midterm elections. The group Americans for Prosperity reportedly spent a massive $125 million supporting key Senate candidates across the country. Names such as Tom Cotton, Joni Ernst, Cory Gardner, and Tom Tillis were all part of that political wave. These candidates were connected to the broader strategy networks that helped reshape the balance of power in Washington during that period. Because of that history, when people see Kat Phillips stepping into Charlie's spotlight only days after the tragic incident, many observers say the situation does not appear like a random commentator suddenly rising from nowhere. Kat is the son of someone who spent decades helping design strategy behind one of the most influential political networks in the country. That connection alone explains why some commentators, including voices like Candace Owens, have suggested Kat is a figure worth paying closer attention to. Then another detail sparked fresh discussion online. Some social media users noticed Kat appearing to clean up portions of his Instagram timeline after posts mentioning his connection to Erika Kirk started circulating widely. That move alone triggered another wave of speculation and questions from viewers studying the timeline. When many observers line up all these details together, they say it begins to look less like coincidence and more like a long strategy slowly unfolding. If this breakdown was interesting, be sure to like the video, subscribe to the channel, share it with someone who should see it, and drop thoughts in the comments below.